On our trip to LA, we did several like touristy spots. We did do Santa Monica, but by accident I deleted that footage, so unfortunately I don't have that. But Santa Monica, we did the pier and we did the best sushi in the world, which is SUGARFISH.
I don't know about the world, but it's the best sushi we've ever had. So
the best sushi
in
we've
our
ever
world,
tried in our world.
Yeah.
Yes. But unfortunately I don't have that footage. I can insert some pictures here, but basically when we got to LA, we kind of just focused on doing all the like the touristy stuff like Beverly Hills. Today we are exploring different parts of LA, starting with Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills, that's where I want to be. Get me? So this lily pond has been here since 1915. We went down Rodeo Drive. We did a bunch of coffee shops. There was one coffee shop we went to where they put a picture into the foam, and it's called Ripple, I think. It's, well, the coffee shop is called Coretta or something like that, but the thing where they put the foam into the picture or whatever is called the Ripple. So this coffee shop will put pictures and words on your coffee. Cute drink. Aww. I'm not gonna be able to drink my drink because I don't want to mess up the foam art. What am I gonna do? It's just too cute. And you pay extra, like a $1 something or whatever extra, and then you can insert. You can even go on an app and upload a photo of yourself and then have them put the picture onto the coffee foam, which is pretty cool, or a word or whatever. But I just picked the one that they had there. It was like Mickey and Minnie. They got their doggy on their cup. How cutie! Okay, I have officially ruined my foam art, but I got a dirty iced chai latte, or an iced. Wait, is it iced dirty chai latte? Dirty birdie.
Iced dirty birdie, dirty chai latte.
Yes, that is what is I got. So this pink wall over here, everybody's taking pictures in front of, and we're definitely gonna have to go do that now. We're gonna go take a picture with the pink wall. Woohoo! Pink wall. There were more coffee shops we wanted to check out, but we didn't get the chance. Like the Harry Potter, there was a Harry Potter themed one that I really wanted to go to called Nimbus Coffee. Maybe next time
we did get to go to my favorite coffee shop. Go
Get 'em Tiger, which I also lost in that footage.
Okay.
Go Get 'em Tiger, they do this coffee flight, which we did it last time we were in LA, but we decided to do it again this time. And it's a coffee flight where they give you, it's like $12 or?
It's, yeah, $12. Yeah.
And they give you 5 options of coffee?
4 options of coffee plus a chaser.
Okay.
So there's 3 coffees that they give you, and then the last one is your choice from the menu.
So I think it's an espresso, a macchiato,
and I'm not sure. Cappuccino or a latte?
A latte or a cappuccino, and then you pick the 4th one. So we picked a mocha, but you could pick like a chai latte, you could pick whatever you want. And then they give you this little like cleanser, like a bubbling, it almost is like a kombucha, but it's not kombucha.
No, yeah.
And it's like this little bubbling drink that you kind of drink in between to kind of cleanse your palate. Kind of like when you're having sushi and you have a ginger in between your sushi to cleanse the palate. It's kind of like that, but it's a really cool spot. We also went to the Grove, and now we're at the Grove.
Wow, we are at the Grove is a shopping mall that's attached to the farmer's market.
You have a movie theater, and you have like, you know, it's really pretty. That was like a quick trip. We just kind of like went to go see it, and then we went to the farmer's market there, and then there they have like all these different food spots. I had like a empanada from some spot there, and then you had Trejo's tacos.
Yeah,
and
the famous
it was pretty good.
Danny Trejo actor.
I feel like, oh, I also had a waffle shot. We got a waffle shot. I feel like overall the farmer's market has some good stuff, but also not like anything crazy good.
No. A friend had a brisket there and he said it wasn't too good.
Yeah.
So
the stuff that they have a lot of options. I will give them that. And if you're looking for sweets, they have a ton of sweet options. But when you're looking for like savory food, they do have a lot of choices like barbecue and things like that. But I just felt like there wasn't anything that like really stood out. Another thing we did in LA is Hollywood Boulevard. We stayed on Hollywood Boulevard. Our hotel was the Lowe's Hotel on Hollywood Boulevard, right next to the Chinese Theater and right next to the everything.
Shopping mall there.
Everything was, but yeah, the shopping mall that's with the elephants is right next to our hotel. It's attached to our hotel, yeah. So we were able to every night pretty much just walk out into Hollywood Boulevard and kind of just see everything. We didn't do a ton of things on Hollywood Boulevard this trip because we did a lot more last trip.
Yeah.
They do have the Beetle House, which I'll link up above because on our last trip we checked it out. One thing we did do was go to the Chinese Theater. Clint Eastwood. Wow. Jack Nicholson, look at him. And I didn't show too much of it, but we did go to the bar and get some drinks there. And we talked to the guy who was at the bar for like half an hour. Like, he was awesome. I forgot his name. Do you remember his name?
No.
I wish I could like shout him out. One thing we did not film that was on Hollywood Boulevard, but I did.
One of the coolest.
Took pictures and
small. Yeah.
I'll insert some clips of it from my Instagram. Was a cantina bar. It's called what was it called?
Not Smuggler's Run.
Smuggler's Run.
Villainy. Something Villainy.
I'll insert the name here.
Heroes
it's like
of
something Villainy.
Yeah.
It's very Star Wars themed. Actually, who films their podcast?
On Tuesday, Kevin Smith has I think it's a live podcast there.
That they film inside there.
Every Tuesday.
So it's kind of cool. Maybe next time we go, we could check that out. But inside there, he films his podcast, and it's very, very geeky, very Star Wars cantina vibes. Has like the green and blue like style milk in the
you can get those milk drinks there.
Yeah, that's a really cool bar. We definitely want to go back next time we're in LA and kind of like visit it more, because this was like on our last day there. We were kind of just like, we just skimmed through it. Some things that we could not film that I wish we could have shown in our vlog is Comedy Store.
Right.
The Comedy Store is probably our #1 favorite thing that we have done in LA.
That's, I think, the best thing that anyone can do in LA.
Yeah. The Comedy Store is amazing. Again, I can insert some pictures, but obviously you can't film in the Comedy Store. You can't, you know, these are like famous comedians. We got to see Joe Rogan. Yep. We got to see Chris D'Elia.
Eliza Schlesinger.
We saw her. We saw
Brad Williams. We saw Andrew Santino.
Yes.
Steve Byrne.
Okay, yeah, Steve Burns.
Tim Dillon.
Jeff Ross. Yeah, and we also did the Kill Tony show on Monday.
Right.
And we saw
Doug Benson there.
There you go.
And also the whole Kill Tony crew.
Yeah. It was awesome. The Comedy Store is our favorite thing to do in LA. If you're gonna visit LA, that is the #1 thing you should do.
You wanna see celebrities? That's where you go. You're gonna see them.
Yeah, that night there was the room next door to us. Had Bert Kreischer, had Bill Burr.
Right. Jim Jeffries. No, Jim Gaffigan.
Jim Gaffigan, right. They had a bunch of, I mean, it's crazy in there. Like, it's amazing that you can just see all these comedians in one spot.
And pay $10, and instead of watching them all separately and spending thousands, you can just pay $10 and watch them all in one night.
And an intimate room. If you're into comedy and stand-up, then like that is the place. Yeah, even if you're not a huge comedian fan or stand-up fan, you probably will become one after going to the Comedy Store. We took our friends, and they originally had never really been into that, and they went with us last trip, and then this trip we went with them again, and they were so excited. They were like, I can't wait for the Comedy Store. Like, that was their favorite thing to do, and it's our favorite thing to do too. So another thing that's actually close to the Comedy Store that I didn't film again on the camera, but I do have some clips that I could insert, is the Viper Room, and that was cool.
Yes.
We went on a Monday after the Kill Tony show, and on Mondays there's no entrance fee, and what's cool about it is that they have 2 floors. On the bottom floor it seemed to be like an acoustic set, but on the top floor they had different bands that would rotate for 2 songs.
They'll play 2, maybe 3.
2 to 3 songs.
And then a new band will come up. You'd think they'll take half an hour to set up. No, they were playing within a minute or 2 minutes.
Within like 2 or 3 minutes, you have a new band coming up, and then they play 2 or 3 songs, and then another band will come up and they play 2 or 3 songs. And all of them were good, honestly. Like, we didn't hear any bad music.
No.
There was a band that did Beatles, there was a band that did Blondie, like everybody was doing different stuff, and it was awesome. That's owned by Johnny Depp, right?
I think he sold it. It was owned by Johnny Depp, but he got rid of that. But yes, a lot of famous people used to go there back in the day. Maybe not anymore, but it's called the Sunset Jam.
Oh, right.
On Monday nights. Yeah.
The Viper Room. Definitely worth checking out. Besides that, we also did the Broad Museum. We're arriving at the Broad Museum. Ooh. It's free, so I can't say much. Yep. It's free. It's cool, but it's art. It's art, and it was fun to see certain things, and then other things I was just confused about why they're in there, and I'm like, is this? This one speaks to me. This is the creepy section with all the really creepy kid. It looks like kid art.
Someone's an unhappy artist.
Yeah. Searching for it. Is this the guy from SpongeBob? But something still remains. Maybe it's not my place to say.
It was cool to see some things there, for sure, right? Like Andy Warhol or
and the Coons.
Coons, right?
But
I wish that there was more artists I recognized.
Wish it was more in general.
Or
it's
more
a huge
art.
building.
Yeah,
I don't
in general,
know.
right?
But overall, it's still cool because it's free. So worth checking out at least once. And they have that giant table with chairs.
There's the same design and everything. Like you literally type holes on the chairs.
Just a giant table and chairs. That's a classic picture everybody has to take. Besides that, we also did another museum, which is the Griffith Observatory. Currently about to go up to the Griffith right there. But something still remains. Maybe it's not my place to say. And again, that's free, so you can't go wrong. You're not losing, so it's great.
We went during the daytime, but I say go at night. Yes,
last time we were in LA, we went at night, and it was gorgeous at night, and the view you get at night is so much better.
Also on top of the mountain, you get to look over all of LA.
You get the best view there. Yes.
It's really cool.
Definitely go at night though, because you'll get even nicer of a view.
And at night, you're able to look through the telescope.
Yes, we never got to look through the telescope, but I know that's a thing that you could do sometimes if you go on the right day and the right time. A piece of our heart stays in LA every time because we love it. But there's always so much to do that we always feel like we left without getting done everything we wanted to do. So we still have things we gotta do, but there's also things we gotta go back and do, like Comedy Store.
Right.
That's the number one thing.
We're always gonna do. For sure, which is this one restaurant called SUGARFISH, which is
SUGARFISH
sushi.
in Santa Monica.
Always gonna do that. Comedy Store, always gonna do that.
Always gonna do the Comedy Store.
And we're probably always gonna do a theme park in some sense.
So last trip we went to Disneyland.
Right.
And California Adventure.
Right.
This trip we went to Halloween Horror Nights.
At Universal.
If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it up above.
There's about what?
There's still more things I want to do. Like there's the Paramount Pictures tour. There's still stuff I want to do when we go back. But
maybe like a live late night show.
We almost went on the Conan or the James Corden show as an audience member.
Right.
And then we didn't want to end up like, it was going to take up a lot of time and we were limited with time, so we didn't do it. But that would be cool to do another time. We definitely will be back at some point next year. Probably.
Yeah.
So if you have any suggestions of other spots we should do in LA, definitely comment down below and let us know. And if you've been to any of the spots that we mentioned,
especially
let us know
food
what
spots.
your experience was.
That's
yes, more food spots.
Yeah.
And thanks for hanging out with us. Toodaloo!